Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from whatever you're watching this channel. I don't know how many of you have gone through the interview on Njenga.
I know there has been a lot of hostility because of one man who has been removed from the government because of his own reason. He was not removed from the government because of the interest of Mount Kenya. It is because of businesses that they were doing with other leaders in government.
Njenga surfaced with a very bold statement, and this statement is all about his next course of action. Now, one of the biggest focus right now for William Ruto is to try to neutralize Rigathi at all costs possible. But this is not working. Mind you, the first step was to deploy rhetoric. Maybe that is not also working. So the second stage was to deploy Njenga, and again, that is not working. So let's focus on this interview from Njenga. I want to share a video where Njenga is making some statements, but bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, here is that their political enemy today could be a political friend tomorrow. Who would have thought that Njenga would come out and support William Ruto at this particular moment? Nobody would have thought that that would have been the move. So what is happening on the ground right now is that Njenga has decided to hit at Rigathi. So I want to take you to a video regarding that interview, and then you tell me what you understand by that video. But before you get there, kindly like this video. It is so important if you like this video, because that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you this channel wouldn't have grown. So thank you so much. Now, we all know, based on most of the remarks, I've gone through so many remarks, but first of all, I want to take you through a remark from Cyprian Nyakundi, because all this is in line with William Ruto's strategy, which many people believe is not going to work. But first, Cyprian Nyakundi is telling us something here. He says, Kenyans on social media have won the information war. It's like the Kenya Kwanza regime has given up on their online propagandists who have failed in their tasks, and the president himself has decided to face his online critics. When a government loses information war, they can't sell their policies, hence viewed as failed regime. Other leaders from other nations will also fear associating with such leaders, fearing online attacks. It is over 100%. Someone else also tells us something here. Let me just take a random tweet. Only says, Ruto is happy to spend 2 billion shillings on PR and propaganda machinery, but can't spend the same amount to subsidize healthcare in Kenya. Nani alituroga jameni? I end this tweet there. Those are some of the reactions to this regime. Now, let's look at William Ruto's strategy in Njenga. First of all, just pay attention to this video.
I know there has been a lot of hostility because of one man who has been removed from the government because of his own reason. He was not removed from the government because of the interest of Mount Kenya. It is because of businesses that they were doing with other leaders in government. I want to tell the whole Republic of Kenya that the removal of Mr. Rigathi is not the removal of Mount Kenya region. Mount Kenya region will remain firm and steadfast, and we are not going to move even 1 inch. 47% of our people voted for this government. That is why Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto is president now and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And it is very good of us to be in government and not to be fighting from outside.
Yes, very well, ladies and gentlemen. Njenga is telling us something here, which is not new. This is something that we all know, that Rigathi Gachagua was kicked from the government. But Njenga is telling us again here that Mount Kenya was not kicked from the government. Now, let's focus on why we think Njenga could be missing a point here. Going by what is happening on the ground, to say that Kikuyus don't feel neglected right now is a lie. Why? Because of the reactions on the ground. Let me be honest with you, I've toured Mount Kenya. On Friday, that's on Wednesday, I left to Kibwezi, then journeyed to Mount Kenya areas. I was in Embu, I was in Kirinyaga, I was in Murang'a, went to Meru, but currently I'm in Samburu County. It's not part of Mount Kenya. But in those areas I went to, I've been trying to ask people around, randomly, what they feel about, the economy. Most of them cry foul. They say that most of them, if I give out of 10 ratings, you find that 9 people will tell me that I wish I knew, I wouldn't have voted. I mean, they're not saying that they wouldn't have voted for William Ruto. They're just saying that I wouldn't have voted if I knew that this was going to happen. Now, when I ask them whether they would vote for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta now, some of them say that hata Uhuru siwezi mpigia because ametuangusha. So my biggest worry was, what did they expect Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to do? It's very hard to be a leader, by the way. But the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is that Njenga seems not to be getting the facts correct. He could have marshaled so many people in that meeting, previous meeting, I think the New Year meeting, the gathering that saw a mammoth crowd attend. But that cannot translate to the feeling on the ground. There are people who just go there because they want to see Njenga. They've been seeing Njenga in television, but they want to see the real one. So they just go there. That cannot translate to votes. But if you look at those followers right now, people following Rigathi Gachagua, you find that these are what people call sycophantic followers, similar to Raila Odinga's followers. Raila has followers ambao hakuna kiongozi hapa Kenya ambao ashakuwa na diehards. People ambao hata kama Raila mfanya makosa, utasikia tu lakini baba ashasema. They would still vote in Raila Odinga's way. But of course, I know right now things are bad. Things have gotten worse, if I may use that term. But ladies and gentlemen, my focus here was on Njenga's utterance that Wakikuyu, or rather the mountain was not kicked out from the government. Maybe that is justified by the latest appointments, the CS appointments, where Ruto appointed, out of the appointments, 80%, 60% came from Mount Kenya. Again, he was trying to please the Mount Kenya, trying to tell them, now look here, despite the fact that I kicked out Rigathi Gachagua, you are still part of this government. So he rewarded them with more slots. But you find that despite the fact that that reward was done, you find that bado Mount Kenya kuna moto. Speeches za William Ruto zitakusoma pale zinakataliwa. So you ask yourself, what do these people want? What is the perfect solution to this problem? The perfect solution to this problem in Mount Kenya is not to award them CSS position. What they wanted is Rigathi Gachagua endelee kuwa pale. Because it looks like they believe in Rigathi Gachagua more than any other person right now. More than Uhuru, more than Kindiki, more than Ichungwa, more than even Ndindi Nyoro, more than Wamatangi, more than, all, you name it, all those leaders. Moses Kuria, in fact, siku hizi ameisha kabisa. So Njenga is giving us a very elaborate perception of Mount Kenya in the Kenya Kwanza government, but that is not the correct facts. The correct facts or the correct feeling on the ground ni kwamba hawana raha na hawatapiga kura. That is what they are saying. I don't know, but in politics pia huwezi sema ati hawatapiga kura. Things can change. All of a sudden unaweza pata kwamba watu wanasema sasa tutapigia Ruto, ama sote tutapigia Maina Njenga, ama sote tutapigia Kalonzo Musyoka, ama sote tutapigia huyu. So in politics we sema kwamba hawata, but right now if elections were to be held today, Ruto atasuffer. But there's still time. 2 years down the line, anything can happen. Maybe even the few who follow William Ruto in Mount Kenya watadecamp to Rigathi Gachagua. Maybe the many that follow Rigathi Gachagua right now watadecamp to William Ruto. So anything is possible right now. But Maina Njenga's perception of what is happening on the ground, bado hapo naona kama miss the point. So ladies and gentlemen, just go below in the comment section and you can drop your comment regarding what Maina Njenga said about Rigathi Gachagua and the mountain not being kicked out by William Ruto. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.